Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another video. We're seeing Spiral from the Book of Saw in theaters right now. It starts in like 3 minutes. Previews though, so like not that big of a video. I have gum right here, by the way. Just got some Moe's slapped. But I'm excited for this movie. We rewatched Saw today. Watched a recap video because we didn't feel like rewatching them all.
Big Saw fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out pretty much it if you're watching. And yeah, we're excited. Do you have any predictions? I mean, there's gonna be an opening torture scene. There's gonna be a twist, and it's gonna play the Saw theme. And that's what I got for you.
There's gonna be confusing timelines. Who knows what time period?
Will we see Jigsaw?
Like,
yes, I think
the white dude?
The actor, yeah.
What's his name?
John Kramer is the character's name. I don't know the actor, it doesn't matter.
You think we will?
In flashback, yeah, they have to.
Wow.
Have to.
Do you think we'll see Lawrence Gordon?
Perhaps. No.
I would cry.
No.
I'd freak out.
But yeah, we're excited. We're gonna go into the theater, give you guys our thoughts after. Probably half non-spoiler, half spoiler. We're pretty big Saw fans. It's a guilty pleasure franchise. The first one's actually the really good movie. 2 and 3 are all right.
The first 3, pretty good. First one is the best, obviously, by far.
Oh yeah.
2 and 3, good, entertaining. You know, 4.
I rate like 4, 5, 6, and 7 pretty low.
5, 6, and 7 are bad movie-wise, but entertaining nonetheless.
This is in my top 10 most anticipated of the year.
How bad is it that a horror franchise is our guilty pleasure franchise?
Maybe we're pretty sick. See you guys after the movie.
Let's go.
Hello, Detective Banks.
I'm just excited. We're back. We just got out of the movie. I liked it. I don't care what any reviews say. Like, I liked it. As a Saw fan, I feel like it was something that we wanted, and like none of these movies are going to be like 10 out of 10 movies. It delivered with what I wanted. What did you think? No spoilers yet.
It was extremely entertaining the entire time. He can confirm I'm pretty good at like telling like what's gonna happen in movies way before it happens, like way before you're like supposed to know. Yeah. And Saw movies always stump me, and I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is gonna happen. It's this dude. But
yeah.
No, not at all. Wasn't even close.
No, yeah, it was like it kept you on your toes the whole time, as you expect a Saw movie to do. But something I genuinely like the most about this is when it comes to every single Saw movie, this is from the point of view of the detectives from start to finish. So in that way, it's more of like a thriller, more so than any of the Saw sequels, because it's like, oh, we got to solve this case, and that's the focus the whole entire time. Chris Rock, I think, gave a pretty good performance, the main lead.
Yeah, he was really good.
Zeke, yeah. It feels like a Saw movie. It had the Saw editing. It had the iconic-ass Saw score, which gave me chills hearing that the first time in the theater. Like, damn chills at the end. I looked at you when it happened, I went, chills. That's how you know the third act's ramping up, so I love that. I think the performances were like, they're obviously going to be cheesier to the side characters because it's Saw straight up, and I expect that, you know what I mean? Like the delivery guy is, are you Marcus? Whatever his name is. That was kind of funny. But like, yeah, I dug the movie, and I know it's probably going to get crapped on by critics and all, like every Saw movie does. But this is top 3 Saw movies for me. The first one is unmatched, the top one, but like Spiral, it's contending for the second spot. Saw 2 is really good. But I'd throw Spiral in the top 3 right now, right out of the theater. Now that could change.
I think Spiral will be enhanced by following movies. You know how like Saw 2 and Saw 3 are really only good if you watch it like in contendum with like, it's like 1, 2, and 3. Like, you have to watch them all for it to like, for them to all be like, oh, I love 2 because like or I love 3 because of like the storyline that it wraps up in 4 or whatever. I feel like whatever comes after Spiral will make it 10 times better, even though it already is like one of the best Saw movies.
I had some weird light in my car, if you guys hear that.
It's really hard to write a movie and not give away what's about to happen.
I'll give them credit for the creativity of the traps.
Normally, I mean, I guess whoever comes up with these traps,
they're demonic.
Is weird.
Like the person's messed up, probably.
Well, I guess did it come out of a book?
No.
Oh well, what's the Book of Saw mean?
They just called it that.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a jigsaw puzzle when you're going through it, trying to guess who's in charge of everything. Hello, person. But
I remember what I was gonna say. It is really hard to write a movie and not give away what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Until the very end, because normally when you watch a movie, you're watching it, and then something's given away where the audience knows who like the antagonist is, but the people in the movie still don't.
Yeah. Oh, we got someone backing in. Big man on campus backing in the theater parking lot.
So normally, like, you learn who the antagonist is as an audience, but you don't, like, the people in the movie don't know, so you know something the people in the movie don't.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen with Saw. So it is really hard to write a movie like that, and I feel like that's why the plots always kind of feel just a tiny bit messy. But it's not messy, it's just more complicated.
And, like, going into a Saw movie, you guys should know the last 10 minutes is a big exposition dump of, like, oh my gosh, this is how it all worked. And at times that gets hella far-fetched, but it is a Saw movie. And as, like, a Saw movie, I almost grade them, like, I give them a movie score grade, and it's always kind of low. But, like, I take that with a grain of salt because I have almost an enjoyment. This is the only time where I go enjoyment scale versus like personal scale when I rate these movies. Like Saw 3 onward are like below 3-star movies for me, but it's fun to watch them, especially with the Pretty Much It tracks, and they're almost fun to like make fun of. But this one, like, legit,
it was really good.
Kind of a good movie.
The soundtrack was really good too.
Yeah, it was for sure. And the rest of this will be spoilers, so if you've not seen Spiral, definitely go watch it and come back. I'll put a timestamp so you guys can see what our score of the movie is, and you'll be spoiler free then. But we're gonna get into spoilers as I drive.
Okay, spoilers for the movie. I can't remember the dude's name. I know his son's name's Charlie. IMDb tells me his name is Officer Barrett.
It's the guy that plays Divvy and Narendra from The Social Network.
I don't know what that is.
He's the character with the Winkle vibe. Come on now.
Oh, you're right.
And he's in The Internship. He's the asshole.
I've never seen The Internship.
Can I be in the camera too?
No.
So
the actor's name is Morgan David Jones, and that's how we will be addressing him as.
Okay. I didn't know there was a light here.
There is.
Either way, it opens with a freaking brutal kill where a dude gets his tongue ripped out. I think it's on Twitter. That scene's on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
But that's at the stage, and these were some pretty damn brutal traps. I'd say like some of the more brutal. I don't know. They're all pretty.
I think these probably felt more brutal because this movie is very HD.
Yeah, and like a dude gets his tongue ripped out. There's one, we're just gonna go through the traps real quick. There's one where, was that ink or like boiling water? Ink?
It was hot wax.
Hot wax basically melts someone's face off.
Someone got their fingers pulled off and electrocuted.
Yeah. There's this one detective who fits the brooding profile of someone who would be the wannabe, like a Hoffman type character from the earlier Saw movies. We were like, oh, maybe it's him. Maybe it's this character with the face scar. Turns out that guy is a dirty cop who gets killed. And that's kind of the premise, is the main bad guy is going after dirty cops, trying to kill all the bad cops. And there is no appearance from the original Jigsaw. Just the spiral is what is the inspiration taken from the Jigsaw killer. But that's it. Chris Rock's on the case, the main detective. That's basically what we follow.
I loved him.
Yeah, I thought he was really solid. And it was cool to see most of it from his perspective, like I was saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you took a shot every time someone said fuck in this movie, you would die.
Yep. I mean, I was surprised. I mean, I love Samuel L. Jackson saying MFer, and I will never turn that down. That's literally one of my favorite phrases in movies, is Samuel L. Jackson saying MFer. So I loved that.
MFer.
Let's be honest here, as entertaining as it is, I'm reeling from the high that was the third act, because the first 2 acts were essentially kind of run-of-the-mill Saw, if you know what I mean. Like, not in a bad way.
I love run-of-the-mill Saw.
Yeah, I do too. That's why we enjoyed it. And then the third act, when the Saw score starts playing, it really gets intense. That's where you start to see these reveals, where they reveal, I'm going to call him Divvy and Narendra. I think that's how you pronounce his name in The Social Network.
Morgan.
Yeah, whatever you want to call him. The reason he is doing is what he's doing is because Zeke, aka Chris Rock's former partner, who was dirty, killed his father.
Yeah, crazy.
And the main villain is like, we met 15 years ago. I was like, what the hell is this about to be? Because Chris Rock was there and he shushed the kid to stay quiet.
Yeah.
The kid that would become the killer. So that was pretty interesting, not gonna lie.
Besides the spiral imagery, there's a whole like puppet on strings imagery.
A lot of pigs in this movie. A lot of pig masks.
Yeah, there was
a lot of jump scares.
Exponential amount of pigs in this movie, I feel like. They really upped the pig.
They really did.
They upped the gore. I jumped when Chris Rock, well, I saw it. I don't know if you saw it. The pig mask behind him. I saw it. When this movie comes out on Blu-ray and DVD, we're gonna come back to this and point out how good my eyesight was to see behind Chris Rock in this scene. When he walks into the church, he walks in because he's trying to find his old partner, and it's very blurred behind him. In the room behind him, it looks like there's somebody standing there with a pig mask, and then he keeps walking into the church and he's trying to call his dad, and then when he turns around to leave the building, that thing that was blurred behind him is gone. So I was like, pig mask, and then he gets and then jump scare, he gets taken.
The final like 20 minutes were wild in this movie. There's that big exposition dump from the main villain, who's revealed to be the guy behind it all.
Who is, by the way, Chris Rock's partner. That's why we didn't really see it. And they kill him. Yeah. How the fuck? How do we miss that?
With his wife's tattoo, skinned alive, and we were like, okay.
Throughout the movie, Chris Rock is getting these like little presidents in like the cutest packaging, and every time it's like it's a hint to which cop just got killed, and the third or fourth person is Morgan, the dude, whatever his name is, Officer Barrett, and it's like it's like, am I getting under your skin? And it's his skin. Because you can see his tattoo on it. So it's like, okay, it's him.
They rushed over that death, and we should have known that when we watched it the first time.
Well, they rushed over it because then another one, like, just happened.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, while you're watching bodies drop or waiting for them to drop on whatever. Like, they had, like, a lot of diversions. But here's the thing. When we were watching it, when he died, I was like, holy crap. They killed him already? And it felt sudden because all the traps that we had seen so far, we saw them happen before he got the box of the missing body part of whoever was in the trap. Yeah. But this one we didn't see it happen.
And the one thing that I will nitpick is how the hell he tattooed. He was like, is he just a tattoo artist? I skinned him alive and tattooed my wife's name on it so that it would match mine. In the big reveal at the end.
When it was like, when we thought that he was dead, I was like, his partner wasn't corrupt.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't give us a reason why he would be a dirty cop if this dude had been going after dirty cops this whole time.
But Samuel L. Jackson, the father of Chris Rock and / Zeke, is tied up in this thing where he's getting his blood drained. And basically, Chris Rock has to make a decision to shoot the bad guy, which would basically then ultimately kill Samuel L. Jackson, or shoot the target and free his dad. But all the while, there's a SWAT team, police team, that's pulling up. And basically what happens is Chris Rock obviously shoots the target, saving Samuel L. Jackson, or so you might think. The SWAT team comes in with the saw, but when they're like buzzsawing down the door, there's a wire, and when that wire gets tripped, it actually brings Samuel L. Jackson's trap back up. Yeah. And then he's kind of just in the forefront, so when the SWAT team runs in to like do everything, a spotlight shines on Samuel L. Jackson, and a thing triggers his arm up, a shotgun. He can't control it, so this is an homage to that little puppet that we see earlier.
Yeah.
And then he gets gunned down like by all the police guys shoot him up, and Chris Rock's watching, which is kind of payback because he watches his father die just like the main bad guy had to watch his father die.
I guess.
So that was pretty poetic, I guess. And then the thing is, the movie ends on a cliffhanger in a very Saw-esque way. As Chris Rock's there, we assume he's gonna be the one that gets pinned for everything.
Yeah.
And then the guy that was in charge of it goes shh, just like Chris Rock did to him. And it goes down the elevator, and it cuts to black. I like that it closed out the movie like that, just like how the bathroom door ends in the first elevator.
Yeah.
We need more.
We do need more. The first thing I said when the movie ended, I was like, I'm excited for the next one.
This one has to make some money, that's the only thing. It will.
Turbulence.
There's big Saw fans out there.
Yeah. I think people will see the movie. Here's the thing. This movie also benefits greatly from Samuel Jackson existing. Yeah. You know, I loved him. He was great.
The better Saw movies, honestly. If I had to get a rating, that's tough, though.
I will let my attachment to Saw influence my ranking, my grading, whatever you call it. I'm going to give this movie 7.5 out of 10.
Very nice. Very nice. I think I'm going to go... I was thinking 7, but I'm like... I think 7.5 is a good score.
Here's the thing, because this
I'm going 7.5. I'm matching Cam, going 7.5 out of 10.
This movie, if you separated it from everything related to Saw, would still be a great standalone movie. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Solid watch. I mean, of course, there's cheesy like dialogue delivery that's in every Saw movie, and there's like freaking a big exposition dump at the end. But I like that. That's one of my favorite parts about Saw. As convoluted as it may get, it's still entertaining. I know a lot of people are burnt out on the Saw formula. But I feel like this was it was
refreshing.
It was a little refreshing, I'd say.
It's a new story. My final statement is, Eric, if you're watching this, I look forward to your spiral track, and I humbly volunteer myself as a guest commentator upon your spiral track if you are looking for somebody.
I'm interested to see what the public thinks of this movie. But yeah, it was a fun time, I guess. I guess fun might not be the word to use.
If you don't have a weak stomach, go watch it.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up at times, but that's pretty much going to do it for our spoiler talk and review on on Spiral from the Book of Saw. Definitely go subscribe to Cam's channel. All of her social medias are linked down below, everything, all that jazz. Subscribe to the Film Stock channel if you have not for more reviews, TV watch parties for the Bad Batch, Marvel shows, all that coming very soon. But thank you all for watching.
And also, if you want to get into Saw, a great way to do it is, we've mentioned it like 20 times in this video, pretty much it's commentary tracks. Chris can link their YouTube channel down below. You can either watch their YouTube video that's like a summary of all the Saw tracks, or you can buy them, or you can become a member of their Patreon, like me, and watch all their tracks all the time for the rest of your life ever, and become obsessed. And that's the only way you watch anything now, is with it's a spiral.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.